Hi everybody, I'm here and I'm glad to be here and I'm glad that you are here and I wasn't even going to record today, but it's funny, I was just like missing doing a live stream, and it's been, the 30-day post today is over, but at the same time I started doing this weekday thing, but I just like missed being here and talking to you people. And I know there's like no viewers, like I can see on here, there's no viewers right now, but I can already envision who is going to be watching this in the future. And I like talking to you. So today I'm going to be working in Photoshop and talking about my day. I had like the craziest day slash it was a cruddy, but it was also a good, it had a good ending. Okay, so like I guess all's well that ends well. But yeah. So just to let you guys know, I am gonna be designing the character for the next animated short that I'm doing. It's gonna be like the one I've been talking about, the same one that I was storyboarding just a couple days ago on here. And I'm going to be doing the character design, and the character design is a pangolin. And a pangolin is, I'm also going to be educating too, I guess. A pangolin is a highly, highly endangered animal. Let me show it to you guys real quick, just so you guys know what a pangolin is, because they're really cute little animals. I don't want to get my facts wrong, but they are in, I don't know which country they are in Africa, but I think somewhere in the northeast. Let me go to my Google to show you guys this thing, this interesting looking creature. And so I'm gonna be, this is the pangolin. I'm Googling him right now. They're sort of a spike. They have like a Pokemon. I don't know if that's actually supposed to be a pangolin or not, but this is the pangolin. They're like a spiky creature, and yeah, they're hunted for like their shells, and also in some countries, I guess the meat is highly valued. I know that they're transferred not just within Africa, but throughout Asia. In some countries, they're transferred over there, and people pay a lot of money for these things, but they're really, really endangered. And I was watching this documentary with my husband, and I don't know, it was sometime, I think probably later that day. I was like, I need to come up with a character for this animation short that I'm going to do. And he's like, why don't you do the pangolin? And I was just like, hey, maybe that's a good idea. I mean, it's not, I mean, a lot of people don't know what this species is, but why not just, even though you guys are endangered, maybe you could at least be in an animated short. You'd be the first pangolin to be on animation. So hey, why not? So I named him Pauly because why not have the first, keeping the tradition of the first letter, matching the species name. So that's what I'm doing, and I'm going to be doing in Photoshop. And so yeah, I don't want to give too much away, but I'm going to be doing a style of like the style is going to be very old school. It's going to be, even parts of the film are going to be silent. It's going to be like a silent film, like old school silent film, with just like the music, the dramatic music playing. And it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. I'm going to be combining a bunch of different aspects to make something totally just original, something that's just like my own idea that I wanted to work with. So I am super dupes excited. But why was today the worst day ever? It was just like, oh, I don't want to say it was, but it was kind of like a sucky day because but like I said, it did end well. But what made it a sucky day was like, I woke up and I was like feeling fine when I woke up, and I was like, I just want to take the morning off, and so that's what I had in mind. That I was going to take the morning off, but of course I didn't leave myself to that. Not too much later, I woke up since we had the daylight savings, I actually woke up at like 4:30. I usually wake up during the weekdays. I wake up at 5. But on the weekends, I like to try and sleep in. And I thought I was going to sleep in today because I woke up really early yesterday because I was teaching a class, my very first character design class. I was teaching that yesterday. So I woke up super early for that. I woke up at 4 o'clock in the morning for that. And this morning I ended up waking up 4 o'clock in the morning again, but it was, daylight savings time. So it really wasn't very much different than the time I would normally wake up. But anyway, I didn't get as much sleep as would desired, and that's always never a good thing. Always, especially if you can on one at least one day of the week, catch up on the lack of sleep you get for the rest of the week. That's really, it makes a huge difference. But you know, I was like, no, I know I need to do my homework for this online class I'm taking. So I was like, I changed my mind from like deciding to just totally take it easy to like, let me just do my homework so I don't have to worry about it this evening. And which is good because at least I'm able to do my character design now and not having to do homework. But anyway, I decided I was going to do that. So I finished my homework and then I wanted to work out. So I went for a run, but I was trying to rush. And when I came back, it was already getting pushing time that I wanted to leave to go to church. And like, I was like, oh my gosh, I don't know if I'm going to have time. Hey, get out of here. Sorry. The cat is trying to escape through my window. I have one cat that likes to try and escape whenever possible. Of my two cats. So anyway, it was like I knew I was running late, and then like by the time I was trying to do chores at the same time while I was getting ready. So that's another thing. So I was trying to do too much at the same time, and I ended up like leaving kind of late, and I was parked like 2 blocks away, which made us a little even more late. And I didn't know where I was going, so I asked my husband for directions because he wasn't driving with me today. But anyway, I ended up taking the wrong freeway, which is awesome. Not to get on here and like bend and complain, but I just had to like express what happened. So anyway, I like got on the wrong freeway, and then I ended up, coming back around, and it was like already 45 minutes after, and I was just like upset, and I was just like, you know what, I don't want to show my face so late. I just feel like too horrible to do that. So I felt bad for like I was trying to not feel bad, but I kept on feeling bad for not going. But I was like way too late for me to go, so I was feeling that. And so I was like on my way. I was gonna go to the. Hold on 1 second. So I was on my way. I was going to go to the toy store because my son wanted to get a toy from the GameStop. And I was like, okay, fine, we'll get that. But then I was like, oh man, we looked at movie times and we were going to go see Trolls today. And I was like, all right, well, now's about the time that we should probably head to the movie theater if we're going to get to that in time. And I don't want to be late anymore today. So we turned around halfway to GameStop and decided to head towards movies. So the movie was starting at 12:45. I headed out back on the freeway and drove from Northridge to Burbank, and I was going to go to the big theater in Burbank. And I got there to Burbank. It was like so many cars there, and in that whole shopping area, and it was just packed. And we got a spot, and we got there at exactly the same time the movie was allegedly supposed to start, according to my phone. And when we actually got out and looked around, we were like, this is weird. I couldn't find the entrance. When I found the entrance, a lady was like, yeah, I don't think it's open. They've been doing construction. And I got to the entrance and I found out they are doing construction. And so it was closed and there was no movie theater. So we got to see no movie. And I was like, man, I'm just going to go back to that other movie theater over there in Northridge where we were just coming from. And I was like, I should just went to that theater in the first place. And so we went back, faced the traffic, got back on the freeway, and started heading towards Northridge. again. And then by the time I actually got to Northridge, I was just like, ugh, it's already like after 1. I still want to do my character design today. I don't even think I want to go to the movies anymore. And my son was like starving already. He was ready to eat lunch. And I'm like, you know what? We're just going to go get your toy and we're going to get you some lunch. And he's like, it works for me. I don't even care about seeing the movie anymore. And so we went back to the mall, the Northridge Fashion Center. Where he had, that's the specific GameStop that he wanted to go to. So I was like, that's fine. So we went back over there, and apparently they didn't have the exact same thing that he wanted, but he found something that was similar, so that was fine. And all right, fine. We got some pizza. Pizza was like $10 for one slice of pizza. I'm like, wow, are you kidding me? I'm like, really? Because like on the little sign there, it says like 3 something, and the lady's like, well, that's for just the cheese pizza. And I'm like, really? But you guys don't even have cheese pizza, so there should be like, you know, so this should apply to like every pizza since you don't offer the cheap one. Anyway, I paid the lousy 8 something for a slice of pizza and a Gatorade. And so we did that, and I really wanted to go. I really was like dying to get some Cold Stone, like some they the only ice cream shop that I know of that has that sorbet that's like dairy free. And I wanted to get that, but I was like, you know, I already spent $8 on pizza. I'm just gonna wait till I get home and just have some chia seeds and my fake yogurt with chia and soy milk. And so I was like, fine, I'm just gonna wait. And then as we were going out, there's this lady by the door, and she has this sign, and she has like look on her face. And you know, I don't even know what the sign said. It was something written on a cardboard, and I don't know, I just felt like horrible for this lady. And I just, you know, I gave her um, the biggest bill that I had at the time, which was only a 10. But she was there with a little girl that was close in age to like my son's age, and I felt so bad. And I'm like, oh, I wish I could really help her out. You know, someone that helped me just not even long ago. I was at the tire shop. You know, we unexpectedly tire just, you know, had to get a new tire, and this lady just out of nowhere, I don't even know why or what or anything, she just said she was gonna, you know, help pay for the tire, and she just gave me $100 to pay for the tire. And I was like, so nice. And I was like, wow, that was really nice. And I had the money to pay for it, but she just wanted to help. And you know, I just really appreciated it a lot, and I just felt really grateful for that. And I just felt like that was just, you know, grace. I was just like, just, you know, just totally unexpected, undeserved, just, you know, grace. And I was just like, wow, that lady was really nice for doing that. And so anyway, the opportunity came for me to do the same, and so I was like, man, I should really help this lady out. You know, I just got somebody just helped me out for absolutely no reason. And you know, it's not something that I done all the time, but it's something that, you know, I've done before, just to help somebody out who looked like they needed, who looked like they really, you know, genuinely needed it. And so I was like, fine, even though I so badly wanted to go home by then. I went to the ATM to take out some money to give to this lady. And so I went, you know, I gave her just the $10 before, but I wanted to do something more. And I went to the ATM, and I had to like struggle almost like through the traffic just to find where the brick was. And anyway, by the time I got back, the lady was gone. But I don't know, just slowing down for a minute, I guess. You know, gosh, I was like, oh, I'm so tired. But you know, I was like, maybe I should just, you know, hope that someone goes and helps her. And then I thought, well, why should I hope for someone to help her when I have an opportunity to do it myself? And I was like, you know what? I need to just do it myself. So I'm glad at least I made the effort. And even though she wasn't there when I came back, I still like, at least, you know, hopefully, I don't know if she was trying to get some lunch for her and her daughter or what, but I just hope that lady is okay. You know, things happen to all of us, and you never know. A lot of things are unexpected, and it's just if you can give to somebody, I think it makes a difference in our world and the way we treat people. And when someone's willing to slow down and do something for you, a total stranger. So anyway, that was the better part of my day. Actually, taking a moment. And, my son was really happy to see to be able to help somebody else. He felt really proud. So that's good. But today was tiring. And I'm glad that I'm back here now and able to just do some drawings, back to the simple stuff. Let me save this. I haven't even saved this yet. So right now I'm not doing any sort of character design. I'm just sketching out my guy, getting a feel for what a pangolin is like, a real pangolin. That way, when I do my very cartoony version, which I'm totally doing it old school style. So if you can remember like some of the original cartoon characters that you've seen, such as Felix the Cat, Oswald the Rabbit, and Mickey Mouse. I'm going along those lines, not new Mickey Mouse either, like original style, and just taking it way back. And hope that I get this thing across the way that I'm attempting to. I think so. Penguins are actually pretty little creatures. They look like I don't remember what cartoon I seen something that looks so like they're like almost like a little mole rat, but like a little possum anteater slash mole rat. It's so funny. Possum anteater mole rat. Yes, that's sort of pangolin is. Especially very anteater like, especially with that long or stout I should say not those. I hope your guys' day was pretty good. I don't like to like stay like in a negative. I just wanted to express that some days just don't go as planned, and I guess we should just take them as learning opportunities. You know, like what can I mean, if the day doesn't go as planned, it's either like a smooth day or it's a lesson. So I like to try to think of it that way. So let's what can I get out of that? And I think I got some things. One of the things is not to try and do so much stuff in the morning, especially on a Sunday morning. My goodness, I need to take it easy and stop trying to accomplish everything in one morning because it doesn't work out that way. And I'm missing things that I really value and enjoy. I don't want to do that. I don't want to rush either. Gosh, rushing is like the biggest stressor in life. Eliminate rushing and life will go so much more smoothly for anybody. Eliminate the rushing. The rushing is like the worst thing you can do for yourself. That back is actually bigger than I have. Pauly the Pangolin, and they are highly poached out there. Highly poached, poor things. So at least I can do something and incorporate this little guy into my film, and maybe maybe somebody can do something else too. Oh, spreading awareness is doing something. And then because you never know who's watching your films and who will take, the little relay baton and take it the next step. So like just doing one thing, don't think that just doing one thing is not enough or not good enough. If you can do like whatever you can, then do that. Don't feel like, well, if it's not enough, it's all right. It's just what you can do. And if you want to just talk about something and get an endangered animal and incorporate it into something that's fun and silly, like a animated short, then why not? You're doing something to let people know, because a lot of people have never even heard of this animal, not just the pangolin, whichever one that maybe you would put into something that you're creating. But a lot of people may not even have even heard of the animal or the problem, or that they're endangered. So there's nothing wrong with just putting your voice in and doing your part to help save a little critter like this one. To help save a little creature like this one. He's like ugly cute. Animals that are just ugly cute. They're like so ugly that they're cute. That's the pangolin. They're just like super ugly cute little animals, and they look so friendly too. They have no defense at all. They're only like they have no aggression, and they have no defense other than to roll a ball. That's what they do. If a predator tries to attack them, they'll roll in a ball. And if they're like, you try to like, if you pick them up and you try and do something, they have really big claws, so they will try to scratch you if they can, if they can't roll in a ball. But their first option is to roll up in a ball. And there's a documentary on them right now on Netflix. You can watch it. I don't remember what the name is. What is it called? That's where I saw it. The little documentary is on Netflix, and it's on right now, so you can go ahead and learn about pangolins. Pangolins. You can probably just search pangolin in your Netflix. Not Pauly Pangolin though, because he's not on there yet. Maybe yet eventually. You never know. Pauly might be on there eventually. But if you're doing character design, I would definitely recommend drawing the actual species before you start doing any sort of caricaturization. I would definitely recommend just drawing out the animal, drawing out the guy, so you know like what the rules are for the real thing. That way you can't break the rules until you know what the rules are. And if you do break the rules without knowing what the rules are, then you're not being very rebellious. You're just being ignorant. you can't really break the rule. You can't really break the rules if you didn't know like what it was. Like if you're like speeding down a highway and didn't know what the speed limit was. Well, first of all, that's not very a good thing, but it's not. It's not, being, adventurous or like daring because you didn't know. It's just being ignorant, which is not knowing any different. But if you do know what the real thing is, what the real deal is, and then you break the rule, then you're a Billy Bad A. As they say in Fast and Furious. I think that's where I got it from. One of those movies with Vin Diesel. That's all I know. He was in it, and he said it first. Okay. But he's who I heard it from anyway. I watched Fast and Furious like 100 times when it came out. It came out in like what year was that? Like 2000? It was around 2000, and I was like 17, and like my best friend did. Misty, me and her were both madly in love with Vin Diesel, and we watched Fast and Furious like 20 times in the theater. We We're so cheesy. Oh my gosh, who does that? We were the only ones. I know we couldn't have been the only girls just going to see that stupid car movie. This still. Oh, I bet you the girls are still doing that. That's so funny. Oh gosh. You see? This is what girls do to entertain themselves. It's so ridiculous. I wouldn't even watch a movie like Magic Mike though. Like who? I don't know who does. I never liked that sort of thing. That sort of thing never like appealing to me at all. Like who watches that? Apparently a lot of people, because I guess a lot of people went to see it, but that's not definitely not my thing. I'd rather just like go to something and well, I was not say now, but back in the days, I don't need to ogle anymore. I have a very pleasing to look at husband, so I don't need to go to the movies and to ogle anymore. But back in the old days, when I was a single teen with a single teen friend, we would go and watch these silly movies. That's so funny to me. Like the contrast, I think, between men and women and what men and women do. We're so the same in the same ways. We're just the same, aren't we? I think so. We have very many similarities. And this little pangolin guy is like holding on. He's like on somebody's arm. How cute. Oh my gosh, I should show you. So cute. He's adorbs. I don't know if anybody says that, but I do. It got dark. Jeez, it got dark. It got so dark. Oh my gosh, guys. It got dark. Look at this cute little pangolin. Isn't he cute? He's so cute. I am loving this guy. He's just on somebody's arm, and it's just so cute. I just had to show you. I should turn my light on. I got this little light at Walmart for like $2. No lie, and no shame either. So, here we go. Here is my pangolin, and I think he's very cute. Ugly cute, but cute nonetheless. Oh my gosh, I don't even want to talk about that. I do want to talk about it, that's why I'm bringing it up. But we were drawing hippos in the zoo for character design yesterday for my character design class, which you can sign up for or email me, message me. I'm doing a character design course. It's on meetup.com, and the name of the group is Alicia Diane's Animation Laboratory. There's a link to get to it on my website. And also, the recent one that I just have up there now, I have to update the registration because it's a 4-week course, but Meetup doesn't allow you to have a course, have a Meetup ongoing for 4 weeks straight. You have to like have a new event for each week. So I'm gonna have to make some new events, but if you're interested, definitely message me and we can get that set up because I'm going to be ongoing, and I want to make it so that it's 4 weeks, but I want to make it so you can jump in and out any week that you want to. So it's like you don't have to start on the first week. You can start any week, and it's all going to be continuous. So that's what the plan is. So if you are interested in taking an animal character design course, this one is a little bit different than the traditional. I wanted to make it more specific to what I feel I can give the most of. So I'm going to be doing an animal character design course, which has already starting yesterday. And if you're interested, let me know. Let me know. Animals are my favorite thing to draw. I've been drawing animals for the longest time. Like, I started out drawing animals. The first thing I ever drew was Noah's Ark. When I was like 2, I made a mural on my mother's couch, and she was not happy with me for that. But my love of drawing animals has never since decreased. I love drawing animals, and I've become really just, I feel like I have a lot of information I can share with you just on capturing animals in general. I like to do paint them in life. I like to in watercolors because I feel like it's like a quick way to capture them, and I can show you techniques for capturing animals in watercolor really quick. They make really beautiful drawings. You just and it's a much more effective way than trying to draw live animals with a pencil because they will move and quickly they will move and you have to be able to get that motion and the form down quickly. So I think watercolor is an excellent way to do that. And I think I'm just going to do one more live version of a pangolin before I start getting into making a character out of this guy. He's got some long, long nails. They're like diggers. You know, they're like anteater kind of animals, so they have these long claws, and they like have this crazy shell, this crazy exterior. They're like a. I hear there's like two versions too. I believe there's like a regular pangolin, and then there's a giant pangolin, and I think this is the giant one because those shells are like they just look big. Even in the picture, you can kind of tell like when an animal is bigger in a photograph. Even if like there's nothing to compare them by, I don't know. I feel like sometimes you can just tell like the shells are like aged and ragged, and I don't think that sort of like texturing would really take place in the small pangolin. I know that they do have a giant pangolin, and I believe it's a different species than the regular pangolin, and I believe they're both highly endangered animals. If I have my facts straight, and I'm going to be doing some research because that's the homework that I gave, and I want to be able to do the same things that I am teaching my students to do. So I'm going to be doing some research on the species of animal that I am character designing, and so that's part of the homework is to do some species research for the character that you are going to be designing. And the course it's called Critters and Creatures Character Design, and I think it's going to be progressively more and more exciting as we go along. As we go along. What am I going to do tomorrow? What am I going to do this week? It's good to have like an idea of where you want to go with your week. Like, what's the most important thing that you accomplish? That's a like biggest thing. Like, what I really want to get done? Because like once you have that one important thing done, it doesn't even matter how you feel the rest of your time because you feel just so like good and accomplished. Anything else is just like a bonus. But if you don't get it done, it just feels like everything else is just a waste of time because you're like, oh, I have this thing and I want to do it and it's not done and I can't stop thinking about this and I just feel like blah because I haven't done this thing that's really important that I get done and I'm not doing it, so I don't feel good. And I just think it's really good if we can just figure out and determine for sure, like, what is that thing? Even though, like, we feel like whatever because the thing is not getting done, I think it's good to just say, okay, label it. This is the thing. This is it. Call it out. Like, make it known. Okay, this is the thing I want to get done. Designing my character. This is the thing I want to get done. And this is more important to me than anything else I need to accomplish this week. Well, that's not for me. This is like, I just need to get done for me today. But I'm just saying, determine the thing that's like most important that you get done this week. For me, gosh, I need to determine. After I do the character design, the most important thing for me to do is everything. It feels like, everything I have to do. What do you mean there's like 5 things I have to do? But what's the one thing that I really want to get done? Out of everything, what's the most important thing that I want to get done? Gosh. I really want to shoot the live action part. I really want to shoot the live action part for this film so I can animate around it. I don't have to even worry about that. And then that's like a big part of my whole film. And I feel like if I get that done, I don't have to go like on site for everything else. so I get this live action thing done, then I'll be much more ahead. So yes, there's several things that I need to get done this week, but that is like a biggie for me because I only have certain days that I can feel like are just really able to do it too, which is will actually be tonight, I think. So I need to make sure that I don't put that off because then it won't get done all week. And just do that tonight and not put it off. Because if you put it off, you're just interrupting all the other things you have to do. I totally experienced that this week. I did something really important on Monday. I really wanted to volunteer at the Animation Summit, and so I did that. And but I did interrupt my regular schedule. That Monday was the day I had set aside to do my homework for the online class, and I didn't do it Monday because I went to do the volunteering. But at the same time, I was thinking about it all week, but I didn't have time because those, I had all my other time slots were filled with other things I had to do. So like it just got pushed and pushed and pushed, and it just gave me more and more stress because I didn't, do it when I had it scheduled for. So I definitely recommend don't put things aside for like another time because another time is already planned out for something else, and it's just going to interrupt one thing, interrupts everything. Totally. One thing will interrupt everything. So I definitely recommend. What the heck? What is that? I definitely recommend not putting things aside. That's what I can say. That's what I can say. How long have I been on this thing? I don't even know. It doesn't say. Why is this going to say Google? Google Hangout. Ugh. I'm starting to sound like my husband. He's been doing that all week. It's driving me crazy. It's like the side. Size. Gosh, and I'm trying to sound like him now. I don't want to sound like him at all. I want to sound like myself and happy and positive and not all like I don't want to sound like I want to sound like myself. So here we go. I'm gonna make another layer and it's getting too dark. I'm nervous. Getting nervous. It's weird now that I'm it's getting dark and it's too quiet outside. Okay, so with this, I want to, let's see, so here, let's see, how can I play with his features and make him something totally else? Let's see if we can move this guy. So there he is down there, and I'm gonna put this now on a new layer. Command D is deselect. And maybe I can make I want to make him look a certain way. I really want to make him look like, let's see, like a bean body. Kidney bean, remember the kidney bean? I talked about it before. You need to watch the videos. Kidney bean is the best way to make a torso. I want to make him like this. And I want to make him, I want to totally make him noodly. I want to make him like, let's see. I want to draw his head first. He doesn't even really have ears. I think I want to make his body even shorter. Let's see if we can make his body shorter. Okay, so let's see. Let's see how that works. We can make his tail like a little bit thicker. Let's see. Let's see pictures of the pangolin. They look so crazy. Is there a way I can maybe trying to make him look? Don't want to make it too hard to animate him. This one looks like a chicken to me. Yes. Look. What's up?
Am I interrupting your radio
Am I what?
recording?
Maybe.
You are?
Maybe.
Are you?
Maybe.
Hey, I thought you were grounded.
Okay, that's enough. Yeah.
Are you really recording?
Yes.
Just coughed.
I don't think that's gonna be the one. That one looks too much like a chicken. It looks like a chicken. I don't want it to look like a chicken.
But I saw this free 3DS game that's gonna be coming up, and you can pre-order it.
Oh yeah?
It's called Pokemon Mega Ruby. It's kind of based from the Pokemon Ruby from the Game Boy Advance, but but it's kind of a remastered version of the original game.
Oh
Yeah, I just took a look at it, and the pre-order cost $40.
yeah? Whoa. Whoa, mama. That was my son. That was my little son. Okay, I like this face shape much better. I like that it's kind of like very nice. His stomach may be too much forward. Should he have little pants on? Maybe. Maybe he should have some little shorts or something. Little high waist. Little high waisted shorts. It's very cartoony, and I understand that it's nothing like the original character, but still familiarizing myself makes me feel like makes me understand what I'm doing more. How the snout is. I'm gonna actually watch some videos too to see like how the snout moves. Familiarize myself with this sort of a character. And I'm trying to figure out how I can make him work since he's just gonna be in black and white. How I can put maybe scales or even maybe I should just keep the scale simple. Just like a little thing up here maybe. Yeah, I think that then rather than doing he's trying to do his whole entire body in scales because I feel like that will be just really take more time in editing and cleanup than I have to play with like that. And that's something that you have to think about too when you're designing a character is, actually the mechanics of animating it and cleaning up how much work it's going to be compared to how much time you have to complete your project. You don't want to make something that's got all these bells and whistles. I hate that term, by the way. Gosh, I hate that term. But you don't want to make something that has so much details going on that and you don't even have time to draw it. So that's something absolutely to think about. I like this pony. I think it's kind of an idea of what maybe not there. Maybe I can keep him sort of. I don't know if I want to do a little, like a little overall type of thing. I think I'd like that. So his little costume is sort of unique to him. I feel like he has overalls. Oh yeah, I like the little overalls, Pauly. So something like this. I like this. This is sort of what I had in mind. I think I want to maybe. Maybe he's got like a little Elvis sideburn. That's kind of charming. I like that. So now I'll do a couple more sketches of him, but I think this is the gist of some of the characters that I'm going to be going with. Pauly Pangolin. Let's take a moment and go through some of what we did today, what we learned today. And so there's the final design with Pauly Pangolin and the thing there, and the actual drawing there. And there was the chicken that I really didn't like at all, and the one that was on the lady's arm. Another sketch of a pangolin, and that was the first one we did. So I think we made some pretty good progress. I have definitely an idea where I'm going to be going from here on out with this guy, with this character, and where I want to take him. I think that this was a really good learning session for me, and hopefully for you as well, to just get your ideas flowing for making your own characters, and including if that's something that you're interested in, endangered animals, and making a comeback from a bad day. And I don't really like that term bad day because it's not even your whole day. It's a bad moment in time. It was a bad moment and now it's a good moment. So the day is not bad because it's good. It's here and there's the whole rest of the night And with that, I hope you all have an excellent night and are having some really times to relax and times to just enjoy and times to just be with the people that you love and care about and all of that mushy fishy stuff. But have an excellent night, and I will be here tomorrow for the Daily Lion number 3. So please don't miss that because I'm really excited to be able to do that, and I will be back here tomorrow for that. And until then, be grateful, live balanced, and be yourself. Bye bye. Have a good night.